So then tell me what you are doing here.
It's none of your business.
Do you work here?
It really is not any of your business.
Do you have anything to do with this building?
I'm not breaking a law.
Okay.
Now, you can do your investigation, but I'm not going to aid you in it. Period.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, you do understand that because you're here, I have no idea who you are and why you're here.
You don't need to.
I have the right to detain you.
I'm on private property. Well, detained is the same as arrested, so what am I arrested for?
It's not the same. Detained just means you can't leave.
Basically,
nope.
It is.
You don't go in handcuffs and you're detained.
What am I detained for? What crime?
Because you're refusing to cooperate with me right now. And you have...
I don't have to. I don't have to communicate with you. I don't have to cooperate with you.
Man, just tell me what's up out of the car for me.
For what?
You're not going to be placed in handcuffs, but you are being detained.
For what?
Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're taking a look at an early morning encounter out of Nashville, Tennessee, involving Officer Timothy Leonard from the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department. It was around 1 a.m. in the Hermitage precinct when Officer Leonard noticed a vehicle parked outside a private business that he did not recognize. He decided to walk up and investigate, and inside the driver's seat was Reba, the creator behind the Reba Audits 51550 YouTube channel. From that point on, both sides were recording Officer, Leonard on his body camera, and Reba on her phone. And the situation quickly turned into another example of why knowing your rights and staying calm during police encounters matters.
What is code 4? Where's on a 44 Victor at 801 Royal Parkway? Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
I'm Officer Leonard Metro. We're just wondering what you were doing here.
I don't answer questions.
Okay, why not?
I have a right not to.
Okay, well look,
Amendment.
You do. Let me explain a few things, okay? I'm a police officer.
All right.
Okay. This is my area. This is my zone. I'm here all the time.
Yeah,
okay?
Hermitage.
Yes. And I'm here in this particular parking lot quite often, and I just don't usually see a Jeep here.
Uh-huh.
And I was just wondering what you're doing, because it's weird to me there's a Jeep here that's usually not here. That's why I'm making contact with you.
I'm not...
If you're not doing anything wrong, we got nothing to worry about.
I'm not obligated to help you with your investigation.
You are obligated to talk to me as a police officer. Okay? I have the right to ask you simple questions.
Yes,
such as,
you do.
What are you doing here?
I have a right to refuse to answer them.
Okay.
Thank you.
Then I have a right to ask for your ID.
For what reason?
Because you're refusing to cooperate with me.
So you want to do something punitive to me?
Nope.
You want to punish me?
I just want to figure out who you
are. On
and
video,
I
right?
didn't.
You just told me that.
Nope.
You said because I didn't want to do what you wanted. That's you were going to punish me.
I did not. Those are your words, not mine.
That's exactly what happened.
You know, this goes a lot easier if we just are nice with each other.
It would be. Why don't you leave me alone? I'm not doing anything wrong.
So then tell me what you are doing here.
It's none of your business.
Do you work here?
It really is not any of your business.
Do you have anything to do with this building?
I'm not breaking a law.
Okay.
Now, you can do your investigation, but I'm not going to aid you in it. Period.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, you do understand that because you're here, I have no idea who you are and why you're here.
You don't need to.
I have the right to detain you.
I'm on private property. Well, detained is the same as arrested, so what am I arrested for?
It's not the same. Detained just means you can't leave.
Basically,
nope.
It is.
You don't go in handcuffs and you're detained.
What am I detained for? What crime?
Because you're refusing to cooperate with me right now. And you have
I don't have to. I don't have to communicate with you. I don't have to cooperate with you.
Man, just tell me what you're doing here.
That's all this is. That's all this is about. It's none of your business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then let me see your driver's license.
For what cause?
Because I don't.
Because you don't. I don't answer your questions.
Because I have a reason.
So you want my driver's license?
I have a reason to believe that you are here. You're not supposed to be here.
What?
That is it's called reasonable suspicion.
What's the reason?
Because
I'm in a parking lot.
Yes.
So
and you are normally
you
not
can go
here.
in any private parking lot and harass people.
That's not what I'm doing.
That's exactly what you're doing.
Those are your words, not mine.
And you're pouting because you're not getting your way.
I'm not pouting.
So you're going for my ID like a pussy.
I have a right to ask for anyone's ID I come in contact with.
You can ask anything.
Okay. Can you step out of the car for me?
For what?
You're not going to be placed in handcuffs, but you are being detained.
For what?
I would feel more comfortable if you stepped out of the car. Okay?
For what?
Step out of the car.
You're not going to arrest me, so
I'm
why
not
do
going
I
to
need
arrest
to get out of the car?
you. I need you to get out of the car.
For what reason?
So we can have a conversation.
Please get your supervisor.
We need to have a conversation.
We need to talk to your supervisor.
And we can make that happen.
Get your supervisor. Please call your supervisor.
I will do that once you hand me your ID. I'll make that deal with you.
Please call your supervisor.
Ma'am, I need to know who you are.
Please call your supervisor.
Is this person here related with you? Why are you being so difficult with me?
It's not difficult. I'm not obligated to do your investigation. I don't care about your investigation. I'm sitting here trying to be in a parking lot, and you're fucking with me.
I'm not. Have I told you anything wrong? Have I told you anything bad? Have I said anything? Everything that's bad has happened from your words, not mine. Hey, Moss. Is he with her?
Yeah.
Hey, sir. I'm Officer Leonard. Me and my partner were in body cameras. Look, she's being extremely difficult with me. I'm just trying to have a conversation with her, okay?
I can't help it.
Look, let me just tell you why we're here. This is my area, okay? There's usually not a car parked here, and I just wanted to speak with her and figure out what she was here, why she's here. That's all it's about. And she's refusing to answer my questions.
I'm here every night, midnight at 1 o'clock.
Okay, do you clean the building?
No, I'm here to pick this shit up and this right here and carry it to Knoxville.
Okay.
Every night. Been doing this for 5 years.
Okay. Do you guys look? I have no reason to believe that you're not telling me the truth. Okay. All I need.
I promise you, I just unlocked that door with this key.
You have a key for the building?
Yeah. I
Perfect.
Just went in and got my shit.
Okay.
This is my job.
Okay. And
Some
again,
people have a job.
thank you. I believe you. I do too. Now, understand from my point of view, just being the zone officer, I'm here all the time. I normally don't see a car parked here. It was just a little bit weird. That's called what we call reasonable suspicion in my job, okay? When I have that, I have the right to talk to people, ask a couple questions, figure out what's going on, and as long as everything checks out, we all go on our way. That's all this is.
We don't have to answer a single
You
question
do.
that you
You
ask.
are wrong.
No, we don't have to answer your questions.
You do.
No.
As a police officer, I have that authority.
You can ask me anything you want, but I'm not obliged to tell you anything.
Okay. Do you have your ID on you? Can I please have it? Okay. Sir, do you know who she is? Is she with you?
Yes, she's my sister.
Please do not.
Okay. I'm going to hang on to this until I get hers. So the sooner she gives me her ID, the sooner we can all be on our way.
I ain't done nothing.
What's your suspicion now? So he's explained everything to you, so what are your suspicions about me?
As a police officer, when I'm on a call and I have reasonable suspicion, I have the right to ID everyone I'm talking to.
I don't have to ID
Let me explain everything and stop interrupting me.
Unless you charge me with a separate crime, you cannot get me for failure to ID because it's none of your business.
The longer you interrupt me, the longer we're going to be here. All right?
Don't talk to me like I'm a child.
Well, then don't act like one.
I'm not.
Here we go. Again, ready? I have his ID. Because I have reasonable suspicion to talk to you, I need your ID. The sooner you give it to me, the sooner we can all be on our way. That's all this is.
Call your supervisor.
Okay, give me your ID and I will.
Can you call your supervisor, please? What's your name, badge number? Employee
This is
number?
Officer Moss. He's
I'm
training.
asking him.
He is training.
Thank you.
Officer Moss, 40111.
Thank you.
Are you
Can
guys
you
sovereign
please call your
citizens or something?
supervisor?
Is that what this is?
Soft shit, not
Sovereign
not,
citizens.
Not bowing to
Is
your
that what
will
this
does
is?
not make somebody a soft citizen.
Okay.
That's my job.
And I believe you. Do you know why she's being so difficult with me?
I have no idea.
Okay, all I need is her ID. That's
It's none
it.
of your business.
Ma'am, what's your ID? Where is it? Okay.
Officer Leonard then tells Reba that she is being detained and continues pressing her to hand over identification, but Reba does not agree to provide it. We will get into the ID issue later in the video, because whether someone has to identify themselves depends heavily on whether the stop itself is lawful in the first place. But as we have covered many times on this channel, police cannot simply detain someone because they are curious, uncomfortable, or because something looks unusual. Under the Fourth Amendment, the Supreme Court made clear in Terry v. Ohio that an officer needs reasonable suspicion that a person is connected to criminal activity before they can legally detain them. In Tennessee, criminal trespass generally means entering or staying on property without the owner's permission. The problem here is that Officer Leonard did not appear to have any clear evidence that Reba or her brother were on that property without permission. His main concern seemed to be that he did not recognize the vehicle, and courts have already dealt with situations like this. In a 2009 Sixth Circuit case, the court found that an officer did not have reasonable suspicion to detain people sitting in a car in a parking lot early in the morning, even with factors like the late hour, the area being considered high crime, and a general request to watch for loitering, because there was no specific complaint and no suspicious conduct observed. Tennessee courts later relied on that same kind of reasoning in State v. Brown, where they found that simply being a non-tenant in a parking lot near an apartment building was not enough by itself to create reasonable suspicion of trespassing. So when you apply those rulings to this encounter, There is a strong argument that Officer Leonard seeing an unfamiliar car in a private business parking lot, without more facts showing trespass or another crime, would not be enough to lawfully detain Reba.
Can you start me one more car? 28 Tennessee Tag Boyd, Nora Queen, 7683. Tell me who that comes back to. Sir, look, I'm being reasonable here. I'm not trying to get anybody hemmed up for anything. I just need to get her ID. That's all it is. That's all it is. You've been cooperative. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Coach who's fine. He's got a lady who's maybe a sovereign citizen over here.
What's your definition of a sovereign citizen?
Sovereign citizen is someone who just doesn't cooperate with police. They don't think they have to. They
Okay.
think rules and laws don't apply to them.
They do. I don't know why you think I'm a sob sit.
Okay, look. Can you give me your ID?
No,
Why not?
it's none of your business.
It is my business.
It's an overreach.
It's not
of
an
your
overreach.
Power when you don't have any suspicion that I've committed a crime. This has
Go ahead.
become 100% your ego.
It's not.
This is all your ego.
Can you verify that? Ma'am, you understand that it's my policy of my department to identify anybody I come in
I don't
contact
care about
with.
policy. I care about law.
So the policy follows law,
I don't have to abide by your department's policies. I
which
go by
follows
law.
the state
I
laws.
go by the law.
Okay.
And the law is I don't have to ID to you. Your policy doesn't mean shit to me.
Ma'am, you do understand that if you refuse to ID yourself, I have to take you to jail.
If you want to arrest me for a separate crime, you can arrest me that as a secondary charge. But it's not a charge in itself.
There's no charge initially. We're just having an encounter with you just to see what's
Right.
going on. And if you would just give me your ID, I could ID you and
Did you
get
call
you
your
out of here.
supervisor?
Not yet, because you haven't given me your ID.
Officer Leonard then says that under his department's policy, he is supposed to identify every person he comes into contact with. But a department policy cannot override the Constitution. In Brown v. Texas, the Supreme Court made it clear that police cannot force someone to identify themselves unless they first have reasonable suspicion that the person is involved in criminal activity. And when you look at the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department's own manual, it actually follows that same basic rule. Even in situations where an officer does have reasonable suspicion, the policy does not appear to give officers permission to threaten arrest simply because someone refuses to hand over ID. Instead, it describes a person's identity as something that may help with gathering information. Another part of the policy also recognizes that people stopped during a field interview may not provide every detail needed for a full report. And it tells officers they can still submit an incomplete report using whatever relevant information they do have. So despite what Officer Leonard suggests in the moment, MNPD policy does not seem to support the idea that officers can demand ID from every person they speak to. And it certainly does not turn every casual contact into a lawful ID requirement.
I have asked over and over for a supervisor.
You've asked me twice.
That's what they're for.
You've asked me twice.
I asked you too. Will you call a supervisor?
We'll call one in just a minute, okay?
We'll call one in just a second.
We're gonna get.
I got a job to do regardless.
And the longer she doesn't give me her ID, the longer you're not gonna do your job.
I'm gonna go do my job. That's my
Let me
job.
run your ID, okay? We're going to, while we do this, we're gonna TLO her. We'll find her that way.
Hey, kick this upper.
She can't hear us.
Go ahead, man.
Boy, no
Does-
Queen,
Bridget, need more cars out there for that 75?
7683.
It's looking like it's going to be a command.
Todd Harrison.
Team 4, I'll head out there with you on that 2-4. Appreciate it, man.
You ever dealt with one of these people before?
I'll hit up
You ever
Bridget
dealt with someone
whenever
like this
they start
before? No. Okay. He doesn't have any history here. He's got one incident. I'm gonna run him his DL and TBI, just make sure he's good to go. Yeah, it's him. He's valid. He's He's got no TBI. He's got no outstanding warrant. So as far as I'm concerned, he's free to leave. I'm just gonna have him verify because he said he was inside the building. So, hey, dude. So we were just making rounds, this area, you know, whatever.
Yep.
We're making a round across the street, 800 Royal.
Yep.
I see this Jeep parked as it is. I'm just like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
I usually see a Jeep parked here.
Yeah.
I initiated 40 Paul Victor, go
Yeah.
make contact with her. She's like, I don't have to answer your questions. I'm like,
Oh, he's
okay.
detained right now.
So I told her she's detained. While we're talking to her, this gentleman comes out the door, gives me his ID. She's telling me she doesn't have to give me her ID, that she doesn't have to cooperate with my investigation. And I'm telling her the sooner she gives me her ID, the sooner I can let her cut her loose and get her out of here.
She's detained.
She's just refusing. Yeah. So
Okay.
she's demanding a supervisor. So
Okay.
yes.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
So that's all it is.
Is it her car?
No. I think it's his. Hey Todd, is this your car? It is? Okay. You wanna try talking to her? I'm gonna talk to him.
Okay.
Hey Todd, real quick. So you said you were inside the building. I believe you. You said you have the key. Is it one of those scan cards? Can you just show me it works and then we're good?
This time of night. Most of the time it's a little earlier because I don't get caught up in this stuff here.
Well,
It
you
works real good. And I open it like that. And you
perfect.
Go in.
Here's your ID back. Look, I'm not trying to cause any trouble.
understand.
I don't usually see a car here, and I need her ID. That's all it is. I got to get her ID.
Well, she's driving for me right now. I've
Okay.
had some issues. I got pulled over up here at the light the other night. Y'all said I was sitting in the middle of the road. Somebody did with three of those cars. But anyway,
do you have
And
any
I've had
reason why she'd be difficult with me? Like does she have any warrants or anything like that?
No.
She's not on papers or of any kind?
No.
Then why is she being difficult?
She's just that way. It's about her rights and things.
Okay.
And she's,
Can you reason with her and are able to get her ID for me? Because the sooner I get her ID, the sooner I can get you guys out of here.
She ain't gonna come up. I'll cover that.
Okay. Well, I need to get her ID.
I'm not. You're interrupting. I'm silent.
Ma'am, me and Todd here, we're fine. But I need to get you ID'd. We can be fine if I can get your ID. That's all it is.
What crime are you going to charge me with?
I've already gone over this with you twice, and my partner
Then
here
you're
just
not getting my
explained it to
ID.
you. You're here
No.
on private property.
State of Tennessee, I do not have to give you my ID unless I'm charged with a separate crime.
That's not true.
It is
You're
true.
being detained for a crime.
You're being detained for reasonable
I'm just
suspicion,
saying.
which means you
Ta-da.
do have to give me your ID.
Ta-da. No, I don't.
Yes, it does.
No, RISE doesn't work in Tennessee.
Okay, well then you can be charged with
No.
resisting a stop.
No, I haven't resisted any
You're
stop.
resisting right now.
You're on video
I'm resisting
being...
your wants and wishes. I'm going by the law. By law.
Reba pushes back by arguing that Tennessee law does not require a person to hand over identification just because an officer claims they are being detained on reasonable suspicion, and that she would only be required to identify herself in a different situation, such as after being arrested or cited for an actual offense. The officers, however, suggest that refusing to give ID could amount to resisting a stop. But Tennessee does not have a general stop and identify law that forces someone to give their name during a Terry stop. There is a Tennessee provision that requires identification when an officer is issuing a citation or civil warrant, but that is not the same as saying every detained person must identify themselves on demand. Tennessee also has a law dealing with false identifying information during a detention, but that law targets people who give fake details. It does not punish someone simply for staying silent or declining to identify themselves. And that provision also came into effect on July 1st, 2025, years after this encounter. As for the claim that refusing ID could be treated as resisting, Tennessee's resisting statute requires someone to intentionally block or obstruct an officer from carrying out a stop, frisk, halt, arrest, or search by using force. That matters, because simply refusing to answer questions or refusing to give a name is passive non-compliance, not force. Nashville's local ordinance uses wider wording about interfering with or hindering police, but even that kind of rule cannot be used in a way that violates constitutional rights. So if the officer did not have valid, reasonable suspicion in the first place, then Reba's refusal to identify herself would be very unlikely to support a lawful arrest. They see someone refuses to hand over ID. Instead, it describes a person's identity as something that may help with gathering information, Another part of the policy also recognizes that people stopped during a field interview may not provide every detail needed for a full report, and it tells officers they can still submit an incomplete report using whatever relevant information they do have. So despite what Officer Leonard suggests in the moment, MNPD policy does not seem to support the idea that officers can demand ID from every person they speak to, and it certainly does not turn every casual contact into a lawful ID requirement.
Parking lot where nobody else is, okay? It's fine.
Exactly, and I've explained this to you both.
Right.
Normally,
so why are you
I don't
still
see your
fucking
car
with
here.
me when you know what
If
we're
you give me
doing?
your ID and I can
That's
get you
all your
ID,
ego.
we'll be out
This
of
is your
here.
ego.
Nope,
This
I
is
have
all
to do
your
this.
ego.
I have to do
No,
this.
fuck your ego.
Okay,
It's not an ego thing. It's
It
it's
is.
a protocol.
It isn't.
it is.
No, it's your protocol to ask for it, but that doesn't mean I have to give it to
Yes,
you.
it does.
No.
Yes, it does.
Call your supervisor.
And he's
Either
gonna tell you
arrest
the
me
same
for
thing.
a separate crime. Do what you need to do.
Here, so we need to give
You
him a reason.
already know we've been talking this to death.
And you want him here because why? You don't think you have you don't think you have to
Because
give
you're
me
full
your
of
ID?
shit. So we
Okay.
need somebody better than you in charge.
Okay.
That's what they're there for.
Okay. I'll get my supervisor en route,
Thank you.
and he'll tell you the same thing I did.
Officer Leonard eventually decides to call for a supervisor. While he waits for a response, he continues trying to figure out Reba's identity another way, using his computer system to search through her brother's known associates. After doing that, he confirms that Reba does not have any active warrants. He then reaches out to his supervisor again, and at that point, the supervisor advises him to let Reba know she is free to go.
Hey, I've got her ID. I found her through TLO, and she's, oh my God, she's got nothing in her history. It looks like she's just being difficult to be difficult. So I'm gonna explain that I've got her ID'd, and now that I know why they're here, like, they're both free to leave since I got her ID'd. But I mean, I don't know if I do that and she still wants to talk to you, do you still want to respond, or how do you want to do this? Yeah. Yeah, I got you. I'll go talk to her. All right. Bye. All right, ma'am. Both free to leave.
Can you apologize?
I have no reason to apologize.
Can you admit you were wrong?
I wasn't wrong, ma'am. I need you to understand that when a police officer has reasonable suspicion, the law states we have the right to ID people.
No, you don't.
We do.
Or you would be doing it right now.
Here's what I encourage you to do, okay?
Do it right now.
I already have. I've asked you for your ID at least 10 times, and you've refused every time.
Right.
So
And then you punitively detain me.
that's not
Because you know I'm
that's
not
not
gonna do it.
punitive. So
Yeah, that's punitive.
I encourage you to look up the statute about
I
that
encourage you to.
whenever you leave,
You're the one that's supposed to know.
and I do know.
Then you're either lying to me or you're ignorant to it.
Okay.
You choose which one looks
You can
best
believe
to
whatever you want to believe. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not going
All
to tell
right.
you otherwise.
Bye, everybody.
But you and Todd are free to leave.
Thank you.
Officer Leonard eventually decides to call for a supervisor. While he waits after this encounter, Reba took the matter further and filed a formal complaint against Officer Leonard. That complaint led to an internal investigation, and the outcome was not just a warning or a quiet conversation behind closed doors. Officer Leonard was suspended for 5 days without pay after 2 allegations were sustained. One finding involved deficient or inefficient performance under the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department's policy, and the other involved the department's knowledge of law requirement. which expects officers to understand the legal rules connected to criminal process. Reba also recorded the phone calls connected to her complaint and the final results, then shared those updates on her YouTube channel for the public to see. Overall, Officer Leonard earns an F in this encounter because he showed serious confusion about both constitutional law and Tennessee law, kept a hostile and confrontational attitude, and continued holding Reba and Todd even after the reason for concern had clearly fallen apart. This entire situation started with nothing more than an unfamiliar vehicle parked in a private lot that he said he regularly checks. But an unfamiliar car is not automatically evidence of a crime. As explained earlier, Tennessee law and controlling case law do not treat simply sitting in a parking lot as reasonable suspicion of trespassing, especially when there is no suspicious behavior, no property owner complaint, and no clear sign that anyone is there unlawfully. Instead of treating the encounter as a voluntary conversation, Officer Leonard quickly framed it as a detention and acted as though Reba had no right to refuse his questions. Once Reba declined to identify herself, his misunderstanding became even more obvious. He repeatedly claimed that department policy required him to identify every person he contacts, and he insisted that Reba had to talk to him just because he decided to investigate. But MMPD policy itself recognizes that people may refuse to answer questions, leave consensual encounters, and withhold personal information when there is no valid, reasonable suspicion. The policy also allows officers to submit incomplete reports when they do not get every detail they want. Officer Leonard then suggested Reba could be arrested for resisting or obstructing if she refused to give her name. Even though Tennessee's resisting law requires force, and simply staying silent or refusing to cooperate is not the same thing as physically blocking an officer. Even the broader local ordinance cannot be used as a shortcut to punish someone for asserting their rights when the officer lacks proper legal grounds. What makes the detention even harder to justify is that Todd eventually came out of the building, showed a key card, proved he had access to the property, and provided identification that came back clear. At that point, any suspicion should have been gone. But instead of ending the stop, Officer Leonard kept pushing for Reba's name. While waiting for a supervisor, he searched databases, identified her through her connection to Todd, confirmed she had no warrants, and still continued treating her refusal as if it could be a criminal issue. His repeated decision to label her as a sovereign citizen also showed that he seemed to view her knowledge of the law as defiance rather than a valid limit on his authority. This case is a strong example of how a routine patrol check can become an unlawful detention when an officer lets ego and poor legal understanding take over. A citizen refusing to give up their rights is not a crime. It is a constitutional boundary. Reba, on the other hand, earns an A+ for staying calm, standing firm, and showing a strong understanding of her rights under both constitutional principles and Tennessee law. From the beginning, she made it clear that she knew she did not have to answer questions without lawful suspicion. She did not run, threaten anyone, or physically interfere. She simply refused to be pressured into giving information she did not believe she was legally required to provide. Even when Officer Leonard spoke down to her and tried to frame her as some kind of extremist, she kept the focus on the law. Her comments about ego and overreach were direct, but they stayed within protected speech and never became threats. What really makes this important is what she did after the stop ended. She used the proper complaint process, documented it, and made the records public. That follow-up led to sustained findings against Officer Leonard for poor performance and lack of required legal knowledge, along with a 5-day unpaid suspension. That result happened because Reba did not just record the stop. She followed through. She created a public record, pushed for accountability, and helped educate others who may face similar police encounters in the future. For that, Reba deserves credit for standing her ground in the moment and for using the complaint process the right way afterward. If you found this video helpful, make sure to leave a comment, hit the like button, and share it with others who care about police accountability and public rights. And if you have a police interaction, body cam footage, or legal topic you want us to cover next, drop it in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more calm, clear, and rights-focused breakdowns. He continues trying to figure out Reba's identity another way, using his computer system to search through her brother's known associates. After doing that, he confirms that Reba does not have any active warrants. He then reaches out to his supervisor again, and at that point, the supervisor advises him to let Reba know she is free to go.